some things in life just aren't meant to be. Ronaldo's last World Cup game today, he's got beat by Spain. Well, his Portugal got beat by Spain in one of the worst games I've ever seen. I think like you expect that to be like one of the like games of the tournament, but it's just really boring. Yeah, I think like Spain are very good at controlling the game, and they're very good at like passing the ball sideways backwards and like keeping the ball away from the opposition, and they're very good at like a possession based like playing possession based football and like keeping the ball and like controlling the game. But like I don't think they're that interesting to watch though. Like people always say that's a bit similar to City, but like I think like City we weren't that possession based. We was always like the possession always led to goals in the end. Like honestly, it did lead to Marino like getting the winner for Spain. Who I think like that guy's one of the most worst technical players I've ever seen. But like whenever it like comes like in terms of like when his team really needs him, like Spain, Arsenal, he's always there with like big crucial goals. It's a bit like Kai Havertz, I think. But like for me, like Spain, they just don't look all that. I think they're capable of grinding out wins. That's why I think they're capable of winning this World Cup, and I predicted them to win this World Cup at the start of it. But I thought they would have peaked a little bit higher by this point in the competition. Obviously, they've still got the quarterfinals, potentially further if they win their quarterfinal against either the USA or Belgium, which we'll find out at 1 o'clock. But like, I just don't think Spain look as like invincible as like previous tournaments where like they look unbeatable. But back to Ronaldo, yeah, I just think like just some things just ain't meant to be in it. It's just I feel like it wouldn't surprise me if like as soon as like Ronaldo's retired, which he is likely to do for international football, like Portugal win the World Cup, win the very first World Cup they have without him, just purely because I think like they have to have there's like so much pressure on Portugal to win it for Ronaldo, and like him like be going like the end like cloud high, like basically the end sort of like finale of which has been a wonderful career of him. But I think like if when he goes, like obviously which is likely to be now, the pressure like reduces. They can play freely as a team. They wouldn't have to think about like big moments in terms of him. Like I love Ronaldo, but I think like it could be beneficial in terms of Portugal for that's up and like I don't know if I'd say I love Ronaldo, but like I feel like I respect the bloke because I think he speaks well about City in the media and stuff like that. He's not like one of those like rival players that like always talk shit on City in the media like about money and like finance and 115 and bollocks like that. But like the thing is like with Portugal, I don't know why they went for Martinez. They should have known that he didn't hack it with Belgium, like with like a Galactico squad like of like big name sort of talents like all over the park. So why is he going to do it with Portugal? That was a stupid decision from them. So it's not even like you can say how can you not get like that team to win? But like anyone could get that team to win. Really, I just think the guy's like worse than even Gareth Southgate. Because if you put Gareth Southgate with this Portugal side, I think they'd win the World Cup. I think like most managers with that Portugal side, they'd win the World Cup or at least get to the final. But like every like single time like Portugal gets to World Cup, it's either they have the wrong manager or they're just players just don't gel together. I don't know if it's a curse. I don't know if it's like pressure for having too much like big ego sort of names. But yeah. 7 up on this 6-7 day. Why am I doing that? I'm an absolute tosser. But yeah, what was I gonna say? On Bernardo and Rodri fighting. Like I think it was like one of those ones where Rodri made a joke comment. It's just the wrong place at the wrong time, to be honest. Because it might have felt right to Rodri like making that comment. It pissed Bernardo off in the moment. But one thing I do have to say is, like, ultimately with these, like, footballers and, like, they look like they're mates on the pitch and, like, they look like their best friends and they look like their best buddies and there's cold cuddly and stuff like that. Like, behind the scenes, we don't know if they're mates. Like, behind the scenes, they might think that they're both each, like Rodri might think Bernardo's a dickhead and Bernardo might think Rodri's a dickhead. So, like, behind the scenes, they might not actually be friends. Like, I know we ultimately want to believe that they're friends, like, because we want to believe what we see on the pitch and, like, we want to believe it, like, it's what it actually is in real life. But I'm convinced in that 24-25 season, there was disconnect between some players there. There were some players were falling out or they didn't get on anymore and they were just playing with each other because obviously they had like the same like job and there's like the same club, so they had like no choice to play with each other. So like maybe like Rodri and Ronaldo could have had like a bit of disconnect from like 24-25. Or like this, like the thing where they were both linked to Real Madrid, that could also cause a bit of disconnect between both of them, and that could have caused a bit of a fallout as well. Or it could just be one of those ones as a one-off. But like you just never know, because like Ronaldo and Rooney, they look like best pals on the pitch, like best mates. They were always together, always in the interviews. But like now, like going on like past like their careers, like both like Rooney's career's already over and Ronaldo's career's like at the back end. Like now they both can't stand each other, so. Yeah, we ultimately believe that they are friends with Rodri and Bernardo, but like you just never know. They might not be, like, as much as like we don't want to admit that. But yeah, it was an interesting game. But like that, in terms of in terms of like what happened near the end, like in terms of the actual game quality, I've seen more magic in bloody Homewood and bloody Abingdon games. And those are the two schools I've been to. Like I feel like I'm disrespecting myself by saying that as well. But yeah, it's true, innit? Yeah, like any like school game could have been better than that. Like even my primary schools or like any school that I haven't even been to, like it was just dreadful. Like you'd expect that to be like one of the games of tournament, as I've already said, but like to that be that little entertainment as well. Like you can have 1-0 where there's chances galore and like just like it's not falling for either team and just getting a bit unlucky. But like up until that Marino moment, like there was no real point where either team looked like they was going to break the deadlock, and it just came out of nowhere, that Marino goal. Really, I thought the game was absolutely terrible, and I think it's 90 minutes I'm never getting back, to be honest. But yeah, hey ho, we only do it every 4 years, so, and we only live once. But yeah, take care everyone. Up the Blues. I love this shirt.